Boston, Seattle, episode 3. Oh man, it's popping off again this year. So, obviously, the Georgia runoffs happened, and the winner is
the Democratic Party.
They won both seats. They weren't expected to win, but won. I think Warnock was expected to win, but out of nowhere, they were able to win both seats. So now they have the majority.
Like Joe Biden out of the nowhere was able to win the presidential.
So here's the thing. They now have control over the White House. They now have control over every they have power in the House now. So anything they want to pass, any legislation, they can pass it. They can defeat the filibuster with just 51 votes.
Yep.
So they cannot stop anything from passing. So I expect monthly stimulus, right? Isn't that something they said they wanted? $2,000 stimulus.
I want a $2,000 check every month. They need to help businesses stay open.
So we expect a lot of
unemployment.
All that
benefits need to go up.
According to the supporters, they said this is what's expected of the Biden camp.
How much did Nancy Pelosi say she want unemployment to get every month when she wouldn't let Trump?
I forgot. I know she wanted.
It was $600 still.
I think so.
Okay.
So
we'll see.
$300 now. So they have control.
So there's no excuses.
They have power. There's no excuses for why something can't pass. You can't blame the Republicans. The Democrats have control. So we'll see. Now, let me say this. They got about his first 100 days to prove to people they give a damn. They got 100 days. If they don't do something those first 100 days, it's gonna be an explosion.
And all these people that talked about Trump for the past 4 years, I want y'all to be on. I want y'all to be on. I want y'all to be on Joe's ass like you was on Trump's ass.
Yeah, but we'll see if y'all keep that same energy. But yeah. Moving on from that, obviously, the biggest story of today is they stormed the Capitol and breached. They was taking pictures.
Somebody got shot in the mouth.
Yeah, I think it was a white lady got shot in the neck. Not the mouth. I think it was the neck.
A black woman popped the white woman in the mouth.
Yeah, they was scrapping. Obviously, they did the same thing in Georgia.
In the nose. Sorry, it was the nose.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Georgia, but it was a lot smaller demonstration. Hey, it's going crazy. Like, you see this right here? Down, nobody's on your side. Nobody's on your side now, you fuckers. 55 million people starting. Watch the fact now, everybody fucking hates this shit.
Okay, so what the guy was saying was nobody's on your side. He said we were on your side. We were the last people that stood for police officers, and now we don't stand for you. Now so you got nobody.
Now they saying, "Well, fuck you too." Then you won't even defend us. You won't defend the other side. They hate you. Now you don't defend us. You have no friends now.
Oh man!
So this the guy right here. Somebody I follow. he got the gift of so and so wanting more fighting. Obviously Shannon Sharp, he got a lot to say. Then this is a picture from the damn White. Look at this. Now, for the brothers out there who are in the knowledge,
wild man,
the wild man. This is his natural state. This is who he is. We'll keep it at that. He when he got the bull horns, show power. That represents power. He got his flag, and he's planting his flag. All right. I'm saying last days, baby. So obviously my timeline and all this stuff. Now, somebody made a point how this is after they stormed the place. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, Nate Parker, white supremacist, a hell of a drug.
We'll be talking about Nate Parker a little later.
Well, no, we can talk about him now.
No, we
got a movie we want to see that's coming up. American Sin or something like that. American Skin. What are your comments now that you see that that tweet right there?
My he married to a white woman, so he talking about white supremacy is a hell of a drug.
Well, he's sleeping with white supremacy.
You sleeping with white supremacy?
He got accused of rape by white supremacy, and then he went and married white supremacy. So this is one of those things where take the meat, leave the bone. I'll watch this movie. I'm looking forward to this movie that's coming, American Skin, but I don't want to see stuff like this from him. Honestly, just my opinion. And this person showed that after all those people stormed the White House and caused all this mess, it's black people that got to clean it up.
Yep.
And somebody, this is a microcosm of America. They destroy it, and niggas got to go clean it up. Niggas got to be want to go out, and they're the reason why you have to go vote so hard, and we need every last one of y'all to show up because they fuck it up. So this stuff is just hilarious. Twitter been going crazy on it. They've been making all the jokes you could think of. It's hilarious to me. But I will say this: they're making a lot of points. If it was black people storming the White House, if that was not fucking around, whatchamacallit, that group, and they stormed the White House.
Oh, who said that?
Shooting
Michael rapper,
Rappaport, the white boy,
the wigger,
yeah. He said it's true. If that was niggas, they would have started shooting. They would have said this is a terrorist attack. Matter of fact, the Hebrew Israelites was there, and they said they came there with weapons. And said, no, those are staffs. Those weren't weapons. So they already ready to throw them into. I don't know why they was there though.
Those are staffs, so they can part the seeds on your ass.
They were just there. So this thing blew up really quick. Obviously, it's one of the biggest. It's the biggest story in America right now. And if it's big in America, that means it's big across the world.
So how long you think this protest gonna last?
Well, it's gonna be over after today. I don't think it lasts until tomorrow. But I do think this is gonna pop. This is now a standard now. We saw them, was that last year, go into the Oregon government building and take it over?
That was here in Seattle.
Yeah.
They took over the police precinct in Capitol Hill.
No, I'm talking about the right-wing militia.
They tried to go into the courthouse. They never got into the courthouse.
No, I'm talking about the militia group that went to Oregon.
Oh, yeah. That was like 2000.
Was it 18?
18.
18?
It was 2018.
Okay, see, my time is all over the place.
Maybe it's 2019.
Yeah, I think it was 2018.
18 or 19, one of them.
But yeah, it's all over the place. I don't know. I think this is going to be a standard now. Going to government buildings and threatening people.
Well, hold on. We've been seeing for the past year or two.
Yeah. Well, it started with the
guillotines.
Yeah, that started in France. They had guillotines.
And then somebody went to somebody's house.
That was the liberals. They went to what's his name? They went to some politician's house and beat.
They said, "We know where you live."
Yeah, and beat pans outside his house. Like, we know where you live. I told you, that's what's going to start happening. People going to start showing up to their house. They're going to start showing up to these buildings. They thought Wall Street protests. They thought that was big. This is going to be the standard now when you don't agree.
In America, you ain't got no compound like these foreign countries.
Yeah, you close to everybody.
You might have a gate. You might have a fence.
But this one right here is the one that be wary of these type of women. This girl right here is the girl who she's the one that had the viral speech towards the police officers and their treatment of black people. And she was like, she was being followed, and then the Not Fucking Around Association, they said they're gonna protect her. And then there was some stuff she said that made her seem kind of iffy, and she was getting questioned by people like Tariq and all them. Now she's telling black people to go to DC and fight. And it's like, this ain't got shit to do with us.
That's an inside fight.
This ain't got shit to do with niggas. So I agree with this person. This person is clearly backed by somebody. I don't know who. We know, just like the Black Lives Matter founders, a lot of these people have been funded by some higher ups, people with deep pockets.
Not Jeff Bezos. It's Soros.
No, this video can get taken down. But yeah, it's be careful out there, man. Don't listen to these people and their shenanigans. Another politician that got big before this something blew up before before this stuff started going on. Kamala Harris stealing from Martin Luther King, like out of all people you can steal from. Why would you steal from Martin Luther King?
knowing that we got
like people studied him. People know his speeches by heart. You're not gonna get away with this.
See, she's a bad copycat of Obama.
Yeah. See, Obama was a genius liar. He was so smooth with it.
Smooth. He was charismatic.
He was. What's that song Beyonce got? He's a beautiful liar. He was a beautiful liar. It was beautiful. He would just say
Kamala. You just see her bullshit coming as straight as she.
It's just so. First off, she lied about listening to Tupac smoking weed in college. That was bullshit.
She was listening to Bob Marley smoking weed in college.
Yeah, she's Jamaican. Why you use the loud? If you would have used Bob Marley right there, you're Jamaican. Bam.
It coincides. It goes with another.
Together. Then she lied about celebrating Kwanzaa. She was born a year before Kwanzaa started, which means when she was born, Kwanzaa had just got invented. People had just started celebrating it. I think that was 1966. She was born in 65. So you weren't celebrating Kwanzaa.
Man, Kamala done been through so much stuff. She been through the lynching, segregation, busing. You know, she was with Harriet Tubman, freeing the slaves.
She was there. She was that little girl.
She was that little girl.
She was always that little girl in every damn story.
And you know what she wanted? Freedom.
Lying ass. Look, man. Somebody a liar. You gotta call him out a liar. So part of the thing she stole that made it obvious. She said, this is her saying it towards the magazine. She said, in a stroller from which she fell, getting separate from her family, my mother tells a story about how I'm fussing, Harris told Ashley C. Ford. And she's like, baby, what do you want? What do you need? And I just looked at her and said, freedom.
You know, she that little sassy little black girl. And her mom is this sassy Indian baby.
Indian woman.
What baby?
Baby, what y'all want? What's
Can y'all imagine an Indian woman saying, baby?
What you
They're
want?
not saying that.
Need?
They're not saying that.
So this is Martin's story he told in the Playboy magazine interview, which, by the way, you guys should really look into Hugh Hefner and his ties to certain organizations. He was connected to a lot of intelligence agencies, which is funny that Martin Luther King did an interview with Playboy, but he was into politics and all that other stuff at that point. We'll see. You got to look that stuff up to understand why that is even something to care about. But yeah, just a lie. She just lies for no reason. Out of all the people to steal from, you gonna try to steal from Martin?
Knowing that people study his work.
Study his work. Remember, recite his speeches completely. They know him like the back of their hand. Now, you were never going to get away with that. But more politics, a pretty surprising scenario.
Not surprising.
Surprising for me, only because I didn't.
What strike is Joe on with you again?
He on strike 2 with me.
He been struck out with me.
Joe's on strike 2. I didn't like Joe's response to what's his name, Ice Cube. When he kind of made it seem like Ice Cube wanted Trump to pass a bill within a week's time and not post-election. I thought that was him being disingenuous. So that was strike 1 for me. Made me look at him kind of sideways. Now he's interviewing Fauci to convince black people, I guess, that
take the vaccine.
Yeah, any black person that's pushing for niggas to take the vaccine, I'm looking at you sideways. I mean, if you out there and you want to take the vaccine, that's your business. But history tells you, first off, you don't need to take it. Black people are 14% of the population. They said they only need, what percentage? 90%. Now, this first, Fauci said we need 60% of the population to get vaccinated so that the herd immunity can kick in and we can eliminate COVID. Now they're saying they need 90.
What they going to tell you, black people have to take it because they're the highest number getting the COVID. You know, it's so funny how we always the highest to everything. We the highest to HIV. We the highest to diabetes.
Black people, let me
anything
say this.
Negative, we just the highest in.
Black people have the strongest immune system. The problem is our diets. Our communities are poor. Even he admitted this in the damn interview. He said black people are affected because they're poor. So they
black and brown people.
Oh yeah, he made sure to bring up brown people. But he made a point that a lot of black people, the reason why we suffer so much bad health because of our poverty, which means we eat foods that's not healthy. We're not able to go to the doctor more often. We're not able to have access to certain
And
foods.
not only are we not able, we don't trust going to the doctor.
We don't. Most people don't trust going to the doctor.
Particularly black men don't trust going to the doctor.
Yeah, that's true.
Black women will go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Black men, we be.
Hey, it's just I got a broken leg. It'll be all right in the morning.
It'll heal. Throw some butter on it.
especially down south. Boy, niggas was actually because of I don't even know if it's because of the movie or because they just did it. Niggas was putting butter on burns.
I still do that.
Why?
Well, if I'm not if I don't have that Neosporin or something like that near me, and I'll just go ahead and slap the butter on it until I'm able to get to the Neosporin.
Oh Lord! I guess butter.
I put butter on this one.
So butter healing wounds is the same thing as the reason why your hand itching because you're gonna get some money.
Or your ear.
Or your nose itching because somebody somebody talk about no. Or you say somebody's name inadvertently, you're like, oh, they must be talking about me.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
witchcraft. That's what it is. It's witchcraft. But yeah, but what do you think about this though?
Him having that interview?
Yeah.
It lets me know that Joe is a part of the establishment.
I agree.
What really bothers me is Joe being coming across as this pro blackity black, and he has 2 white people on his podcast. Now, I'm not saying you can't have white people on your podcast, but if you're preaching this pro blackity black, why can't you just have 2 more black men join you on your podcast and give them some exposure? So I just think it was uncalled for him to have Fauci on this show. He does he's a hip hop podcast.
He's black culture.
He's black culture. And I can understand, well, maybe his point of view is like, well, I'm having Dr. Fauci come on the show because it's about black people. They're saying, black people are affected the most. The reason why they're affected most is because of healthcare and all this blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, Joe, nobody ain't taking that vaccine.
But yeah, we'll see with that. We'll see how far he goes down this rabbit hole. Is this now the standard, getting interviews? Because remember, he doesn't interview on his podcast.
He made that clear when he was on the Clubhouse.
Yeah, on the Clubhouse thing, when he got into that thing with what's it called?
And where is Roy?
Oh, the DJ Academics. We watched that earlier. Hey,
where is Rory?
If that's true,
Rory. Hey. DJ Academics coming for your ass.
But they ain't none of my business.
That's not my business either.
That ain't my business.
I stay in my lane.
Hey, but now we got to talk about the unfortunate scenario. The last couple of months have been hell for the OG.
The plagues is on his ass.
OG Dr. Dre suffered a brain aneurysm. He did come out and say he's stable now. He sent a message out. His wife trying to get half a billy from him.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got his house just got robbed. A lot of stuff going on against the brother.
It was some woolly head people that robbed him, right?
It was a professional.
Oh, professional woolly head people.
Look, man, they were professional at this junk, man. They weren't no rookies.
The target of a burglary ring, although right now it's not clear if anything was taken from his home. 4 people, though, are now in custody. Police say the suspects would start banging on fences and doors, break into several homes, and during a surveillance operation in Brentwood last night, officers spotted an SUV believed to be involved in these cases, and after a short chase, took the suspects into custody. Now, inside the vehicle, you can see they found a backpack, and they say it was full of burglary tools, saws, and crowbars.
So yeah, they were professional. It was a ring.
Yeah,
not just one person, but
that means they were going around and
hitting a bunch of houses.
They just
so happened to get hit.
It wasn't like they were personally going after Dr. Dre.
Or maybe they were.
Maybe they were.
Home. He got an aneurysm. They like
perfect. It's crazy how it was perfect timing.
Right when his wife was.
Or maybe they. You know what? They probably has been scoping out this neighborhood
for a while,
and they probably been looking at the news and everything. And they probably like, oh, Dre in the hospital.
Hey,
perfect time to hit him up.
His wife won't have. We just want a little bit.
Nobody get hurt.
Yep, nobody home. Or what you think about this? The crazy turmoil he's going through right now.
I feel bad for him as far as like him having the brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful who you marry. I mean, he chose to marry that big jaw Amazon looking white woman. So, hey.
Are you still gonna try to defend the fact that she's non-black? That's okay. If she was black, it'd be okay for her to ask for half.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, because you try to make that argument.
I'm just saying he just chose who he chose.
All right. I'm still not understanding what they got to do with her trying to take a half.
I'm saying he should have chose better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, we can agree with that. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, not only do you got the brain aneurysm and the divorce settlement and getting robbed, one of his close friends and one of his proteges, Eminem, Snoop, been beefing. So ain't that kind of a weird scenario? The same time all this other turmoil is going on, the media is now pushing this supposed beef between them two. And let me say it, Eminem is not. He's not up there with Snoop. Like, let's stop pushing this dude in our culture, giving him flowers he don't deserve. Like I saw on Twitter the other day, they had respect Eminem trending. It was a bunch of white people, and it was just so.
Who else would it be?
It was so much disrespect towards Snoop, and it's just like, listen, like who you like, but don't allow other people to try and force you to place their guy at the top.
What classic does Eminem have among black people? When you think of Snoop Dogg, you think of Gin and Juice.
Think of that whole Doggy Style album. Listen, Snoop Dogg, he is top. Easily, we could say, based off his resume, he's easily top 5 all-time rappers.
When you think of Snoop Dogg, you think of West Coast.
West Coast. He is West Coast.
He's one of the people that carried the West Coast.
But the thing with Eminem is he came into the game being the edgy white guy. He carried the same energy as a lot of the rappers did in the 90s. Remember, every rapper in the 90s either beat a murder case or got shot. You know, you're talking about 50 Cent, Snoop. All of them either they killed somebody or got accused of killing somebody, or they got shot themselves. So Eminem came in as the anti-establishment white guy. He talked about politicians, and somehow these politicians felt the need to respond to him, even though rappers have been saying fuck politicians for the longest. So it
propaganda.
It was propaganda. The machine, the beast, pushed him. Like, how you get all this controversy from saying faggot on the album? Niggas was saying faggot on every album. And what are you talking about? Like, this makes no sense. How do you get?
Well, he's going against his culture.
So then you had the Elton John situation. Because he said faggot, he get attached to one of the biggest names in the industry, Elton John. It's just
they ended up hugging it out though, right?
Yeah, they ended up making an album together. Yeah, a song together. I'm sorry. So he ain't Snoop, man. He's not Snoop.
And never will be.
He never will be. No one wants to see him on
Versus.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear the songs he got that we consider good, like Stan, Toy Soldiers. What's another one?
Slim Shady. Maybe you'll consider a song like a undercover song like. But
Superman.
that whole Relapse album,
like past 2003, 2004. I mean, like
that Relapse album is for like heroin addicts and meth addicts.
It was for recovering addicts.
Like recovering addicts in here in Seattle
love him.
They love it.
So look,
that was the inspiration for them.
Yeah, he just like he fits a lane. I don't want to see him on Versus, because when he play those songs, who he gonna go against? Like, you can't put him against Jay-Z, and I'm not even the biggest Jay-Z fan. He's not going against Jay-Z. He's just not.
I don't know who he goes against.
There's nobody.
Put him against Macklemore or Machine Gun Kelly.
He still make music.
He fulfilled his little propaganda that he's supposed to do.
And he was another plant.
Yeah. How you come out with one album and you win Grammy he won what, song of the year?
Grammy,
album of the year,
album
something.
Of the year over Kendrick. What was it, Kendrick? Yeah, and Drake. And it was like, what? And he even apologized on stage like, I don't deserve this award.
Yeah, he knew he don't deserve this award. He knew he was done when he got that award.
I can't remember what album that was. Was it Good Kid, Mad City? No, it couldn't have been Good Kid, Mad City. I think it was. No. It was I don't know. I can't remember what album that was that he released that he won, or Macklemore won over him. But so is America and its system and their constant attacks on us. But moving on to another small, not a big deal, not really a big thing that happened, was the Vivica A. Fox storyline that came on the Fox Soul. What the hell is a Fox Soul? Is that Fox Soul is connected to Fox, right?
I think so.
So Fox Soul is meant to be for
black people. Yeah.
Huh.
They gave black people a platform.
They gave we seen the TV shows on. It's mainly black women. Like Girlfriends is their headline show. That's the show they push the hardest on there.
They have male.
I'm not saying they don't have males on the platform. I'm saying that the TV shows are like Girlfriends. I can't remember the other TV show they got on there.
On Fox?
Yeah, on Fox Soul.
They have there's a black host, male.
No. I'm not talking about these panel shows.
Like I call them podcasts.
I'm not talking about these podcasts. I'm talking about TV shows, like the ones that should come on TV.
There's a Fox Soul on TV?
I think.
Okay.
I'm not crazy. They got Girlfriends on. It's one of the shows that headlined it.
Okay.
But this is the comments Vivica had about Young Thug.
Okay, we're clearly.
And he did a song with Meg Thee Stallion. Come on now.
And no one can name one song. I need one song, ladies. One.
Young Thug by himself?
I
don't know.
Name of the song. Let me see.
He's a good collaborator.
Don't
Chris
stop.
Brown.
Well, you're right, Claudia. Maybe we're not good examples because
I am. Y'all ain't listening to me though.
But I do know that he probably wasn't alive when Jay-Z was making hits. So you probably wasn't even alive. And if you were alive, you was probably like 3.
Just ask him to put his money where his mouth is. Just tell him to list his songs because he might
break out the catalog.
Some underground songs that we don't know nothing about.
I don't know the songs, but I just know him. Like he was a rapper that was wearing skirts and he was calling guys baby and stuff like that. And then there was all this like drama. Remember with him and Rich Homie Quan, there was like a thing.
Right.
And I asked Rich Homie Quan about that in an interview, and he was like it didn't seem like he was really with all that. And I don't know if it's like people do this to get attention, but he has an interesting fashion sense. Vivica, do you think he's attractive?
You know, he's just like a good, sexy ass looking cockroach. And I don't mean that mean, like I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like he looks like, you know what I mean? Because it's like the hair and everything like that, but he's very,
I know what you mean.
He's got rock star quality.
Wayne,
like he would be a great animation character. Just come through, you know what I mean? Be like,
all I'm saying is, if it was the opposite, there would be a lot of backlash.
It would be.
And see, this is what hurts the argument that colorism is so rampant amongst black men. They say that's the only colorist on the planet, apparently. Is that when you see stuff like this, and there's not as much vitriol against her as there is against other people. Like when the guy said something about the girl who's looked like a sexy Rottweiler, then it makes it seem inauthentic. It's like y'all not really serious about this. It's about dating politics. You're not allowed to speak about black women in any capacity, about their looks. You're not allowed to compare them to stuff and make jokes, but they can do anything and anything to dark-skinned brothers as far as the colorism talks. Because cockroach, crunchy, all that stuff, those terms have been put towards dark-skinned people.
So you never heard a light-skinned person get called a cockroach?
I can't think of a moment I have.
So you've only heard dark skin, black men in particular being called cockroaches.
I've heard Latina women call black women cockroaches. Didn't Cardi? Is it Cardi?
Santana too.
I think her too. They was calling black women cockroaches, but that was colorism. But
they were calling them cockroaches because they were dark skinned or black or what?
What's the difference?
I'm just trying to figure out were they just calling them that because they were black in general, or are they only talking to dark skinned black women calling them cockroaches?
Well, I'm gonna say this: I've never seen anybody roast a dark skinned person and use the term cockroach.
You mean you roast a light skinned person?
I've never seen it.
Who you hear roast and call somebody?
I just gave you 2 examples.
Who?
Cardi and what's her name? Didn't they?
But were they talking to specifically dark skinned women? Or they just called them?
I can't prove that.
Okay. I'm not saying they don't exist.
What's the fight? I don't understand.
The fight is that it's like you're separating the struggle within the skin tones in the black race.
It is different.
I'm not saying that it's different, but I think a Latino person would call a light-skinned person a cockroach too.
Why would they when they're the same complexion as you? A lot of times. Some Latinos. I'm talking about certain Latinos, the Afro, whatever Cardi, the Indian, whatever Cardi called herself.
Cardi ain't no damn Afro.
I know. My point is, whatever she would call herself.
And me and her ain't the same skin tone.
What are you?
What you mean?
You're not as light as her?
No, I'm not as light as Cardi B.
Okay.
What you trying to say?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, look. I'm just saying, like, all right.
Okay.
But this right here makes you not want to hear anything about that colorism conversation because it's always one sided. It's always just dark skin.
She definitely shouldn't have called him no cockroach. I don't see how there's a positive in calling somebody cockroach. I'm not saying
she had to say he was attractive, but she don't find him attractive. It's like,
well, why can't you just say I don't find him attractive?
No, I don't mind the joke. She can call him a cockroach.
No, why we gotta throw names at one another?
Listen, I don't mind the cockroach name. Jokes is jokes, but just don't let it be one sided.
But the black community is sensitive. So I think for us, until we heal, we should not be calling each other names.
Okay. I
mean, you don't agree that the black community is sensitive about certain stuff?
No, I believe the black people are definitely jokes is jokes.
We definitely roast people, but I'm gonna say black women in particular.
Exactly.
Them in particular,
and not even all. It's only
not all.
It's just a handful that we would say always turn it into a big deal when a joke is on dark skin woman. But that's
I just wonder if some of these women that have these YouTube channels are gonna talk about Young Thug.
Oh yeah. How many of these pro dark skin channels are gonna come out to defend Young Thug? Will he be defended?
Yeah, because
who is he dating? But they're gonna make that an odd point.
I don't really know. I don't really care.
If he's not dating a black girl, they're gonna say it's okay to say anything you want.
I mean, it's getting real. That's why I'm saying it's getting real scary out here for light-skinned people that have black parents.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and say there's a difference between a biracial person and a light-skinned person. We do not have white ancestors. We have no white parents, no biracial parents. Both our parents are black, darker than us. So yeah, let's just make sure that's understood. But yeah,
and for those out there who say mama's baby, daddy's maybe, our dad got the DNA test on us. Both. he got paperwork on us.
He had to make sure. Hey, do what you gotta do, Pop. But so we're gonna move on to 2021. I guess that'd be end of December. We had Ma Rainey and Soul. You said we think those movies are good movies.
Very good, especially Mama Rainey.
Ma Rainey was a very good movie. Well, it was a play that was turned into a movie.
You could tell it was a play too.
Yeah, it was about a single day in a group of a band. It was a good movie. So now we gotta look forward to 2021 and its movies that it has to offer. You got movies like Outside the Wire. That's with the guy from Iron Man. No. The Avengers. I forgot his name.
I feel so bad.
Anthony
Mackie.
Anthony Mackie. Yeah, Anthony Mackie and Outside the Wire. I think that's gonna be a decent movie. They also got the guy from Snowfall. What do you think about Snowfall now that we know what we know about some of his characters?
Well, the main character is British.
Yeah. And
I think they could have found a native Californian actor to play that role. Because, I agree with you. How many, it's on his third season or fourth season?
Third or fourth, I can't remember. I think third.
I feel like the first two seasons he wasn't trying as hard with the accent, but now you definitely could tell.
Hear it. Once I found out he was British, it was like, oh, okay. But then you hear it, you go, I can hear it now. I can hear.
You can hear he's trying.
He was doing a little too much with the accent. But
to each his own.
It's a good show though. It's a good show.
It's a very good show.
Then we already talked about Nate Parker and American Skin. You looking forward to that movie, or you're not really interested in it?
American Skin?
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I wish it was somebody else. Okay, listen. The two dudes that's in the movie, the dude was the main dude on Power. What's his name? Omari Hardwick.
Yeah, Hardwick. Yeah.
And then you got Nate Parker. They both married to white women, but we gotta eat the meat and throw out the bones. But All right. Listen, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
I do want to see the movie, but I do wish the brothers had some sisters.
Yeah, okay. Then we got The Little Things. That's with Denzel. I got a comment about Denzel, by the way. Theory I got about. I think somebody has just as much success as an actor as him, but they don't get the credit for it.
Who?
I'm gonna tell you so right after this. And then we got Judas and the Black Messiah,
which is
very controversial to people who are in the know. So they have this guy Daniel playing
Daniel Kaluuya,
the Fred Hampton, and there's a lot of backlash because first off, what the fuck?
ADOS, baby.
He don't look. It don't make sense for him to make.
I feel like the dude from his co-star should be playing.
Well, hold on. Fred Hampton was a kind of a chunkier guy. He wasn't really skinny.
He could have put on weight.
We don't not ask you to put on weight for a movie, but
yeah, people put on weight and lose weight for movies. What you talking about?
The part that really gets me is they made the British guy,
dude, the Black Messiah,
the Black Messiah, and they made the American actor the Judas.
Yeah,
that's they always made the American actor play the nasty, evil, wicked, backstabbing. Even in that movie Queen and Slim, it was African American. They always made the African American in these movies play the bad guy, the anti-hero. Not anti-hero, I'm sorry, the antagonist in all these movies. So it's you get used to it. You don't really like it, but there's nothing we could do about it. They control these movies, and
we can't. I mean, it's kind of unfair to say, well, don't take the movies. These people have to eat. This is the career they've chosen to be in. So
yeah, we'll see how this goes out. Even though I could have sworn he said he was tired of talking about race.
He did. He said it on. I don't know if it was ABC News or one of those.
And then he went on to do Queen and Slim, and now this movie.
Which means he's profiting off of ADOS.
He's profiting off the stories of Black Americans. And yes, I'm saying it. I'm sorry. No Black American wants to play a British character. There's no British characters Black Americans are beating down the door to play as.
If there are, and I said this in the last video, any of y'all UK Black YouTubers out there making content, could y'all please put some content out that gives us some backstory on y'all history as far as UK? Like, I really want to know, have y'all ancestors been there for 500 years, 600 years? Or did y'all recently just come from
they had
Africa?
The ship in the early 1900s, a lot of Caribbean blacks ended up there.
Is there anybody that has been in the UK for 400 to 500 years that is black living there? So I'd just like to know that.
All right. Then the last movie we're going to talk about, which is going to lead into a whole nother discussion, is Coming to America 2. What are your expectations for this movie?
Well, I think most people's expectations are high for the movie. I don't think the movie's going to be bad at all. I think it's not going to be as good as the first one. But you know what? When we go into our next topic, I'm going to say something about normally how when people have like a sequence to another movie, how sometimes the third or second one is better than the first one.
Sometimes. This movie scares me because of one character.
Well, two, it should be two.
For me, it's one character that scares me with them being in this movie. Hold on, let me try to find a.
You got to go back.
Leslie Jones.
Tiana Taylor too.
Leslie Jones being in this movie makes me think that the movie's going to be.
It's not because they black women.
No, it's not because it's a black woman. It's because she's a goofy comedian.
She's coming from SNL.
She's a what they call it, a physical comedy person. She's a person built for SNL to do the eye bucking, the physical
That's
comedy.
That's funny how you stopped at the eye bucking.
So this scares me that if you look back at the Coming to America 2, there were no goofy characters. the most goofy character you could think of is Sexual Chocolate. But even his character, if you go back and listen to that, he was a calm character. He wasn't overly energized. He was actually calm.
What about Shisha?
That wasn't no goofy. That was like iconic.
I know it's iconic, but it's goofy.
That wasn't goofy. He was singing a simp. Look, this scares me. This movie's gonna be more goofy than funny. But I'm wishing the best.
You mean
I am surprised that he chose Leslie
you feel like there's gonna be a lot of antics?
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of physical comedy.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of eye bucking and falling over, and I don't know. But I am surprised that he chose Leslie Jones. But hey, good luck to her. Hopefully this is a good movie. I definitely will be watching it. But speaking of great Eddie Murphy, I got a belief that Eddie Murphy has had as good an acting career as Denzel Washington. That's just, I'm not saying he has the versatility to play the characters of Denzel, obviously. He's not the actor that Denzel is. I believe his movie success is equal to Denzel Washington. Do you agree?
I agree.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you're judging like as far as like how many movies he's put out and his acting, correct? You're not judging by the like his.
No, I'm talking about his performances in his movies. How good the movie was.
Well, both his movies are comedy though.
No. I mean, they're comedy, but he doesn't always play, once again, the goofy character. He was not a goofy character in the cop movie, was he? Would you consider him goofy in that movie?
Some parts he was goofy.
Okay, we might got to define goofy. I think physical comedy was in that movie.
We talking about Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah, we talking about, was it witty or goofy?
Witty?
I feel like he was witty in those movies. I don't feel like he was goofy.
I don't know. I got to go back and look at Beverly Hills Cop. It's been a long time.
Okay, I'm gonna list some of Eddie Murphy's movies that he got. He got Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop, Trading Places. The Nutty Professor was goofy. Nutty Professor is a goofy movie, but it's funny.
Norbit was goofy.
Then you got My Name is Dolomite. He just released that.
That was goofy.
Then was it goofy?
It was over the top, dude.
My Name is Dolomite. I can't agree that was goofy. That's actually how the dude. That's him.
He was a goofy dude. What you talking about?
All right, The Golden Child.
That was a good movie.
Harlem Night.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You forgot about God.
How the hell I forgot about The Golden Child?
Hold on. Before we get into that, we're gonna name our top 10 movies. And my point is, I believe, and there's a chance Eddie Murphy could have 4 to 5 of our top 10 movies ever.
The Golden Child. You know, it's because it's nostalgia. It's childhood. You know, when we see it on the TV, we gotta look at the Golden Child, but you kind of forget about it.
Golden Child could be considered a top movie ever for amongst black cinema. Sometimes we have to preference that. So now I'm not even that far down. Then you got Harlem Nights, Life, Boomerang, Beverly Hills Cop 3. Or you got 2, obviously. I mean, if we start going into kids' movies, you got Dr. Dolittle.
Dr. Dolittle.
They got, imagine that, the movie on Disney that he did.
I ain't seen that one.
That was a good movie. So, I mean, listen, Dave might be the greatest comedic actor ever.
Yeah.
Like, I can make an argument. The only comedian that has a bigger movie than Eddie's movie is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Woo,
I think Mrs. Doubtfire is the only movie you would say that a comedian did and was bigger than.
Well, hold on now. Martin also got some movies too.
Okay, we're gonna get into this.
Hold on. No. Wait. Let me give Martin his shout out.
Martin too.
Martin got Big Mama House 1, 2, and 3.
We're gonna count all 3 and say they're good.
Okay, Big Mama House.
Okay.
He got Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
You think
that's a good movie?
You put it against Eddie. You put it against Eddie.
He got National Security.
Okay.
He got Rebound. He got The Black Knight. The Black Knight is very popular among black people. He got Blue Streak.
That's a good movie.
He got Nothing to Lose. Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Right, that's a big joke.
That's a black classic.
That's a big joke.
He got Bad Boys 1, 2, and 3. Okay. He also was in Boomerang. He was in House Party.
You gonna count Wild Hogs?
Wild Hogs. He has a movie Rebound. Death at a Funeral.
It's not comparable.
It's not comparable. But what I'm just saying is Martin has a good movie roster too.
But it's not Eddie.
It's not Eddie.
So why you bring him up?
Because I gotta give a shout out to Martin. Yeah, I like Martin over Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What you gonna do about it? Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you feel in the comment section.
Look, I don't even know if I can pick one.
I can pick one, Martin. Y'all keep going off of that sentimental scene. Well, he don't love me no more.
The classic scene with the girl had all the fake. Come on.
Oh, sitting in the island.
Listen,
girl getting on my nerves.
That show was a perfect show.
It was.
It was like the Cosbys. It was like all the. It was a perfect show that fit its demographic, what it wanted to do. It was perfectly written and everything. Yeah. I can't remember a scenario where you looked at the TV show and said that was bad. The episode wasn't funny. It was a show where when it needed to be funny, it was funny. When it wanted to talk about social issues and stuff, it did it.
But Martin was just...
It was just fun. It was just comedy.
Martin was just what we was used to. That was our surrounding every day. Where we... Joking. That was our family members.
Yeah. Now, we can go ahead and get into our top 10 movies.
I'm going to do a bonus.
You gotta add Golden Child.
I got it. But Golden Child, let you know, Golden Child's going to be my bonus one.
Okay, so I got Coming to America, Trading Places.
Well, damn, the first two, you advocating for Eddie Murphy. Damn.
I don't have Trading Places as one of my greatest movies of all time. I was listing that as one of Eddie's movies, but I'm putting it up here now. Harlem Night, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Life, House Party, New Jack City, Malcolm X, and What's Love Got to Do with It?
Well, we got very similar lists. Okay. Mine is Harlem Night, Come to America, New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, Friday.
Oh, we got.
How the fuck you forget about Friday?
I forgot about Friday.
Life, Juice, Love and Basketball, The Wood, and I'm gonna say it. House Party 3.
You think that's the best one?
House Party 3 is the best House Party. It's better than House Party 1. House Party 2 is stupid. House Party 3 is better than House Party 1 to me.
Okay, I would Trading Places out and put Friday in.
Okay. So I don't know how the fuck you didn't have Friday in your movie list.
But my point is 1, 2, 3. You probably got 4 movies that could belong to Eddie Murphy.
Well,
Harlem Night,
Come to America, and Life.
Yeah.
I don't. For me, Love and Basketball is something I could watch.
Yeah.
The Wood, I can watch The Wood, and I didn't put Menace to Society. It's not that I don't like the movie. I think it's a very good movie. It's just, it's right there with If you got Boys in the Hood on your list and you got Juice on your list,
but then Menace to Society. You think Juice is better than Menace to Society? You didn't watch Juice in a while. I know it. When you go back and watch, you're gonna think at it and like, it's some moments and you'll be like, it don't stand the test of time like Menace to Society do.
I think it do.
I don't think it do.
Some New Yorkers gonna tear your ass up.
Hey, it is what it is. Juice is not up there.
For me, it is.
But okay, final question I'm gonna ask.
You put Love. How you didn't have Love and Basketball? You got What's Love Got to Do with it?
Yeah, What's Love Got to Do with it? It's an all-time classic.
Well, so if you got What's Love Got to Do with it, then how you don't have Jackson 5 up there?
Because I think What's Love Got to Do with it is
better than
Jackson
5.
Now we gotta get into the question of what's the greatest biopic ever.
You got so many. You got Ray.
Now, okay, hold on, because we gotta set it back before the year 2000. So we're gonna say these 4 movies. We're gonna say Temptations, 5 Heartbeats, Jackson 5, or What's Love Got to Do with it.
Oh, I would say the Temptations. We watched it so much.
Out of those 4, you think Temptations is better than What's Love Got to Do with it?
After we found out about Tina.
Tina was a pimp, shooting people. Listen, y'all, look at her.
Judge Joe Brown.
Joe Brown.
Spoiled it for me.
Judge Joe Brown said she was a bitch. She was a crazy killer.
Allegedly.
Pimp.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do this right quick. Hold up. Yeah, get a look at that. Yep. All right, now we get back to it.
I don't know. What's Love Got to Do with It is a very good movie.
It's the best one to me.
It
had the best. Did it have the best acting performances?
Angela did a very good job.
Very good. And
Leon, I mean not the dude that played Leon. I think his name is Leon. The dude that played David Ruffin in Temptations did a very good job.
See, we remember those movies for one-liners.
It's a lot of one-liners in What's Love Got to Do with It.
You hear that? It's a lot of them. We remember one or two from Temptations.
What's the one or two? You remember.
From Temptations? Can everybody, I'm not, how you said? My name is David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. That disrespectful moment. And what else would you say? The one-liner. What about when he was singing on New Year's Eve? Is that the moment? Or what about when old buddy went to the kitchen in his wheelchair and we knew it was over for him at the end? It was sad as hell. But when I say, what's love got to do with it? God damn it, there's a song that comes to your mind. You think about Ike whooping her ass in a damn car and she whooping his ass back.
Tina did a good job on us, boy. She did a number on us.
She convinced us a lot. She convinced us.
Allegedly.
But then, I just think What's Love Got to Do with It is the greatest biopic made. It might not be
before
the most
2000, or just
I would say it's better than. I would say it's better than Ray. Jamie Foxx has probably had the best acting about all of them, as far as being the character. But I would say What's Love Got to Do with It is the greatest biopic made.
What's the worst biopic made?
We probably ain't seen it because we don't. When it's bad, you don't see it. What about Chadwick Boseman as James Brown? I watched that one. It was good.
I've never seen that before.
I thought it was good.
I never seen him as Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, I thought that was good too.
He also played Thurgood Marshall.
I didn't watch that one. Yeah, he did a lot of damn.
He did a lot of biopics.
Oh, well, rest in peace to the brother. But yeah, that's my list though. This is episode 3 is over. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna start chopping these up because niggas' attention spans ain't that long. And maybe we not that entertaining. So we're gonna start chopping it up for you. So thank you for listening and peace.